be discussing my game 101 project, Catch the Loot. So, the objective of our game is for teams of up from 1 to up to 4 each to play and strategize against one another to capture the other team's base. The base rules, we have 2 to 8 players, 1 to 4 each team as mentioned before. The board is a hexagon rectangular hybrid. Our bases are hidden as of now, as all the tiles on the board are supposed to be numbered and teams are randomly assigned tile numbers to build their base on. We also include stuff like traps, terrain tiles, and special cards that players can use to change the outcourse of the game. We have a recording of our initial prototype of the game that we would like to show you. I'll be starting it right now. Alright, so this is our game board fully assembled. It's made out of hexagon tiles as mentioned before. And as you can see, there are different designs on the tiles to indicate what kind of tile it is. The yellow tiles are our sand tile, which when you move through them, there is a penalty that it costs up to 2. It costs 2 like dice roll. I mean not dice rolls, but the numbers. Like you roll 6, it will cost you 2 of that 6 to cross one sand tile. Well, our grass tile, there is no penalty. You can move freely. Our other 2 tiles, the blue one is our water tile, which represents like a river or a lake. You cannot move through that unless you have a special boat card. And our mountain tile with the squiggly W's, M's, the black ones, they are essentially unmovable unless without an airplane card. That pretty much wraps up our board. Let's go ahead and move forward with the gameplay. Alright, as you can see, we have the board set up in a hexagon style so far. We plan on adding a rectangular board behind it to make it a bit easier to identify where locations are on the map. As you can see, as we were observing, we are seeing a turn take place as our game pieces in this case are represented by a variety of dice. There's a green, red, blue, and black one. Each team, as you can see, it's teams of 2 here, so they are on both opposite sides of each other. The bases are haven't been disclosed yet. They are somewhere in what's called on the board. Both teams know where each base is. We just had one of our group members show what he rolled, and he moved about 4 spaces. As you can see in that one over there, that last turn he had, he moved very slowly because of the sand. The sand causes you to use up to 2 turns when you roll a 4, so you can only move on to 1 tile after that. And the person on the right is keeping track of the score, as we are supposed to keep a score system for trading in for special cards to use. So basically pretty much now we're just seeing the whole table go, do their turn. So let's take some time to see what's happening. Alright, looks pretty typical. Yeah, teams are alternating between each player, so a group doesn't go 2 times in a row. It's one group member and then the other team, the other team, the other team. Let's see what's gonna happen. It looks like he made a poor strategy move on that part. See, one of the many problems we ran into our first prototype of the game is that it was very difficult to figure out where the bases were, because we didn't have our numbering system that we discussed earlier in place yet. So during the recording of this game, it's kind of a bit jumbled up where our bases were, but we'll see how the game plays out. Alright. Alright, he rolled a 5. Let's see what we got going on there. Let's see what Habib rolls. 6 rolls 6. Oh, and the shades are battle system. Let's see what's gonna happen. So the attacker in the system gets 3 dice, and the defender gets 2 dice. The person who gets the highest amount in terms of the numbers combined for the dice rolled wins the battle. So let's see what here. Alright, let's see the attacker. Alright, the attacker wins that round. We didn't get a chance to see the numbers. Alright, so once you lose the battle, you get sent back to your starting location. Which is an interesting part. Alright, and as you can see, the scorekeeper on the right is supposed to erase the points of the person who died in that round, as that is a consequence of losing the battle. Yeah, one of the many problems we thought when playing this game was that finding the loot would be a little bit difficult. So we had a system in place where the points where you would be able to trade it. You can pull points as well with your teammates. There is a card in the special cards pile that allows you to reveal the other team's base location. So here it is. They're using a boat card. It allows them to cross the river. As we realized the game would take quite a bit of time due to that. As you can see, the scorekeeper just erased the points that they used. So he's taking a look at the board, seeing where he uses it. Alright, that's where they move. They are discussing how the water card works. This was one of our first few playthroughs. Oh boy, it looks like he initiated the trap card that they set. Let's see what it is. It's a little blurry, but it says airstrike, which causes a huge strike around which Joe's pointing out, a huge strike around the board, which causes immediate death to those chips. So it looks like that was me. So I'm being sent back to my own base. Oh man, what a waste of a boat card. I just lost all of my points on that one. Alright. So we're just going through the game as normal. Alright, Habib is moving 3 spots. Our friend is moving 6 spots. Alright, so he uses 2 for sand. Alright. Alright. Tough roll. Yeah, adjustments we plan to make to the game. We are probably gonna try to make the board a bit easier to put together. So we used a pack of about 200 hexagons, which was a bit obsessive. We think after we got it, as there's another battle happening. So we plan on streamlining the board process, as I think most people don't want to spend about 10 minutes putting together the board itself. So looks like there's another battle going on, I believe. Alright, so we're gonna cover some scenarios in our game. We're gonna have a battle scene to make it more clear what's really going on. So we have two enemy players about 3 to 2 tiles away from each other. They're gonna enter into combat right now. So he rolls a 6, he enters into combat with them, so that initiates a battle. Attacker gets 3, defender gets 2. Alright, 11 for the defender. Defender rolls first. Here's the attacker. He gets 12, so there's no need to roll a 3rd dice. So they go ahead and beat the defender right there, so our friend over there gets sent back. That pretty much covers our battle sequence. Alright, so here's a scenario where Habib activates the trap. Alright, So he's rolling, he's rolling. Alright. He rolls a 5. 2. Oh, it looks like he activated a trap. Let's see what it is. So he's gonna go ahead and show us the pitfall trap, I believe. Yep, pitfall. So it means that he dies and gets sent back to his starting point. And let's see how he moves. And yep, that's basically how our trap system works.